Sin. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. Look. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavy. Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin. Coming back with another one, man. Y'all already know the Most High done woke us up this morning. Let's take this opportunity to be great, you know what I'm saying? For real. Got a good workout in. Listen, I feel good. But real quick, though, I want y'all to listen, man. Understand that everything that we doing right now, right, is for the preservation of our life. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what you did in the past. Fuck all that shit. Everything that we doing right now is for the preservation of our life. You know what I mean? Being more conscious of what we eat. You know what I'm saying? Valuing our energy. Working out. You know, putting more time in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Listen, being productive. Bro, listen, all of those things is for the preservation of our life. You know what I mean? We want to live a good life, you know, a healthy life. And the work that we putting in right now is going to help us do that. I don't care about how bad we was back then, but what we doing right now is what's going to get us to where we trying to go. What we doing right now is going to get us through the finish line, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, man. Living a nice, good, long, healthy life, man, because life is getting cut short these days. Life is getting cut short, man. So, yeah, all of those things, you know what I mean? Praising the Most High, you know what I mean? Learning how to manage stress. You know, you learn all of these things practicing semen retention. You know what I'm saying? You start to focus more on these things that you didn't even pay no attention to back then. You know, what we did when we felt a little bit of stress or hardship is we turned to porn. We turned to the bottles. We turned to drugs. You know what I'm saying? We turned to, women that didn't mean us any good. You know what I mean? Backstabbing ass friends we kept around us. We did that. You know what I'm saying? But now we doing more things, you know, more healthier things to keep us in line. Hell, even, just staying active in general is helping us out. You know what I mean? Staying away from pornography is helping us out. You know what I mean? All of those things. That's why it's important that we continue going. We continue in this journey that we on. We continue on this path that we on, because, man, as soon as we veer off of that, man, it ain't much there for us. You know, a lot of the successful people, they got on this path and they stayed on it. Some people some people was on this path out the gate, believe it or not, and it's done well for them. So the fact that we are on it now, that's all that matters. That's all that's important right now, man, because this is where we need to be to preserve our life. You know what I mean? I know shit happens and all that other shit right now, but the bottom line is, listen, we on track and we on the road. Listen, man, we definitely on the road to greatness right now, And like I always tell y'all, a lot of us was great before this, but, man, listen, man, we needed something that was going to help us get this shit out. And you know what, man, just the fact that you doing what it takes to preserve your life, bro, listen, you gonna be around to reach the point that you want to get to. You know what I mean? The point that you want to get to, the goals and all that shit, you gonna be around for it, and you gonna be healthy. You gonna be in a healthy setting. Everything about you is gonna be where it needs to be in order for you to be successful. And that's what you want. That's what you want, because don't nobody wanna be successful, but then just have all this excess baggage. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that, where people be successful, but they got just other areas that's just bringing them down, that's tearing their ass up, so they can't even enjoy the things that they want to really enjoy in life? All that fucking money, all of that, you done did everything. You got people out there that done accomplished so much shit, but they can't even enjoy it how they really want to enjoy it. So right now, man, it's important for us to work on everything. And that's what we're doing right now. Sometimes we do it unknowingly. We working on shit that we don't even know that we working on right now. But trust me, you working on it. When your mind even just have a thought, before you do something that you probably shouldn't be doing, you working on it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many urges that we deal with throughout the day. We deal with urges throughout the day, not just one moment. You know what I'm saying? We have urges all the time. And that shit is just a battle in itself. It's a battle in itself, because you ever had an urge early in the day, and of course, obviously, you somewhere where, you know, it's no way that you could fap or do something, you know what I mean, in that setting, but you get over it, and then that urge come hit you back later on. Like, yeah, remember I hollered at you around 1 o'clock while you was at work, and then that motherfucker come back. Like, listen, man, we fighting these shits all the time. You know what I mean? You got orbiter urges and shit that come back all day. Man, we deal with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But this journey ain't for the weak. We know what we signed up for, so that's why we got to keep going, man. Listen, man, this is for the preservation of us. This is for the preservation of us as men. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, and I ain't even I mean the masculinity, the whole masculinity shit, man. Listen, man, that's the preservation of life, nigga. You know what I mean? Masculinity. People like, man, how your masculinity preserve your life, nigga? Because you know who you are when you in your masculine, bruh. You a man, ain't you? If you a man, then you supposed to be in your masculine, dog, not your feminine. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know, the mere fact that you know who you are, and you doing that, and you in that, and you have that, then guess what? And you embracing that, then yeah, that's preservation of life. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You don't preserve life being lost, dog. And that's what you got, a lot of lost muds. Muds, they think they men, but they in they feminine all the time. They in their emotions all the time, bro. Listen, nah, dog, that ain't gonna preserve your life. You don't know who you are, nigga. That's dangerous. That make you dangerous when you don't know who you are. And I done been lost. And I know the dangers of being lost. When you lost, bruh, listen, you just blowing in the wind, and you doing all types of self-destructive things to yourself when you lost, because you don't know who you are. And then the fact that you don't know who you are, you want to escape that, you know what I'm saying? Or you indulge in things that make you feel more like a person, like you know who you are, but you really don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have people that tend to act the ass when they under the influence, or they start to act normal when they under the influence. You got people that when they sober, like, listen, man, they in their worst state when they sober. You know what I mean? They got the shakes. You know what I mean? They nervous all the time. They sweat. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they got more comfortable living under the influence. You know what I'm saying? That's where they feel like they mostly themselves is under the influence. And trust me, I've been in that mindset, and that's not a good way to live. Actually, it's hell. It's hell to not feel normal. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta be under the influence of something to feel whole. You know, you don't never want to put yourself in that type of position in life, man, because all that addiction all that does is grow in the inside of you. So you're gonna want to be like that all the time, and that's what lead people deeper and deeper into their addictions, even pornography. You know what I'm saying? Because outside of porn, you know, you got people that feel like they don't have a life. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that depression come in, because they dealing with the separation and all that, and the abandonment of being away from porn. They feel more like themselves while they watching porn and fapping. Some people don't even have to be fapping. They just in they zone when they watch porn. You know what I'm saying? They in they element when they watch porn. That's how people are. They in their element when they drink. They in their element when they smoke. You got people that's just in their element when they do certain things, you know? And now it's like we flipping it up. Now we in our element when we more productive. We in our element when we holding our energy. You know what I mean? When we valuing our energy. You know what I'm saying? We in our element when we in the gym. We in our element when we eating right. You know what I mean? So we had to change everything up and flip-flop that shit. That's what I had to do, because I was in my element when I was on drugs and alcohol. You know what I mean? But now it's like, yo, now I'm in my element when I do this. You know what I mean? I was in my element when I was fapping. Now I'm in my element when I do this. Now I'm in my element when I'm on the camera, when I get to talk to y'all. You know what I mean? When I'm being productive, when I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my element now. You know what I'm saying? And it's more productive. You know what I'm saying? It's more productive. When you was doing all of that shit that you was doing, you was in your element, bro. But it wasn't doing you no good. It wasn't doing you no good. You definitely wasn't preserving your life in those type of elements, you in that negative space. And that's what it was, man. So you gotta understand, everything you're doing right now, listen, man, is for the preservation of your life. And it doesn't matter what age group you in. It doesn't matter. Either way, you preserving your life. You're not doing harm to, you're not doing bodily harm to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing bodily harm to your psychology. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing bodily harm in any way, shape, form, or fashion, bro. Everything you're doing right now is healthy, or you learning how to manage something. You know what I mean? Where you got so many people that don't know how to manage, and the mismanagement of your life is the most terrible thing you can do. And that's what you see a lot of. Even when, and there's no shot at overweight people or any of that. When you see people that's going through something, whether it's overweight or drugs and or living on the streets and all of that shit, all of these things, I know shit happens. But at the end of the day, a lot of the times, most of the time, is because they mismanage their life. Okay, so don't mismanage yours, man. Continue doing what you're doing. Stay on this path, stay on this journey. I guarantee you're gonna end up where you need to be, all right? And that's my word, man. My name J-Sin, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace. First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get